Hello, friends. We haven't been vlogging very much. You probably noticed, and that's because we've been doing a lot of wedding stuff.
Yeah.
And we only have 2 months left, so we're just gonna put it all out there, bring you up to speed, and then we can kind of reset our content producing abilities just by getting all the content that's been piling up and throwing it on one video, and then figuring stuff out after that. Okay, so a little bit of backstory. We want to make the best wedding that we possibly can with the least amount of money because we don't have a big budget and we're very resourceful and very creative, so we're just going to use that. We're just going to leverage our creativity to make something completely out of this world. And I think it's turning out really cool. And we have kind of like 6 things that we're going to DIY. First
major
being,
things.
Yeah, 6 major things that we're going to DIY. The first thing being the flowers. We went to LA, I think recently, maybe like a month and a half ago.
It might have been a little longer than that.
Yeah, a little bit longer than that.
I knew that going into like the planning of the flowers, doing flowers from a florist is super expensive, and we have the LA flower market pretty close to where we live. So one day, I kind of looked up I wanted to do greens more than flowers. So I looked up what greens are best, and I really, really like ferns. I like eucalyptus too, but ferns are like fuller, and you can fill more with less. So we went to the flower market. I picked up some ferns, some ruscus, some baby's breath, and then another leaf that I can't pronounce and I don't remember. And then went home and just kind of tested it to see if I liked it, if we could change it. And it turned out really great. It was only $10 for 5 what I calculated, so it was super cheap. Bouquets were easy. You just throw stuff together. I got roses and stock, and then used some of those leaves that I can't pronounce, and it was like super simple. So got that all done.
Yeah, so the wedding venue that we're at right now is kind of just a big room, and we have some limitations. We can't use candles, so the biggest thing that we came up with to like kind of fix that problem is use Edison bulbs. And what we're going to do is just shut off all the lights in that big room and kind of create a space with the Edison bulbs. So like the light from the Edison bulbs will mask a section of that room, and you can't really see the walls because it'll be kind of far away from us.
And dark.
So we're building kind of like this lighting fixture to hang the Edison bulbs from, and that'll create like a vibey ambiance.
Yeah. Because I love the look of candles, but then we were informed that we couldn't use candles because of insurance reasons. But Edison bulbs still have that really warm glow, and then the filament in them is really beautiful. So we decided that we wanted to use those.
That's DIY project number 2. DIY project number 3 is the sweetheart table we've been working on. I do woodworking, so like the sweetheart table is kind of like my little project, and it's turning out pretty good. We used a bunch of pallet wood. I thought it was going to be more like traditionally built, where you kind of like butt up the pallet wood against each other, but it's turned out into something a little bit different, and I think it's a little more unique. It's a more unique approach to building a table from pallet wood.
It's also more complicated.
Yeah.
Especially because we already glued the tabletop together. That part is done. We have to put legs on it still, and then the sides. But when we glued it together, it was like 115 degrees outside.
We had no choice because we're running out of time.
Because we're running out of time, so we had to
just do it.
And then as we're doing it, the glue was drying a lot faster because of the heat. And it still came together, but there's some gaps in it.
Yeah, which I think just ends up building character. So I'm okay with that.
But it still looks really good.
Yeah. DIY project number 4 is the kombucha bar. I think we spent like, I want to say $700, and we're going to have kombucha and cold brew on tap at the wedding, and
Yeah.
more on that later because we haven't actually started it. We kind of just bought.
We're gathering stuff, so we got the chest freezer, so we could do the keezer kegerator thing. We got the kegs already. We got the nitrogen tank. We already have the CO2 tanks.
Yeah.
There's a couple more parts that we're missing, and then we still have to build the bar around it, but for the most part,
Build the bar around the chest freezer.
yeah.
Is what it's going to end up happening. And then so that's project number, where am I? 4.
Yeah.
Project number 5 is the photo booth. We have also just been gathering parts and buying stuff online for that. And then project number 6 is the wedding arch. And I think that'll be pretty simple because I have
That'll be
tons of wood.
super simple.
I have tons of wood in my garage, and we can do something
Fairly
quickly.
Like within a day, we can bring that up.
Yeah,
It'll
if we
be-
don't overcomplicate it, which is hard for me to not do.
It's true.
So those are kind of like the 6 things that we're after right now, and I think the collection of those things will make our wedding something
It'll be-
completely memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that's the hope.
Yeah.
And things are coming out really great so far. It's just a matter of making sure that we can finish everything on time.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm sure we can, because as the day starts inching closer, that panic is going to start.
And then we'll just start doing things really fast.
Yeah.
And we'll probably end up having to cut corners, but that's okay. I think it'll still turn out really good.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now. Look out for the next vlogs. We'll keep filling you guys in as things are going.
And it won't be like a big chunk of information all at once.
Yeah,
it'll be a
just
lot
be
smaller.
smaller
Little projects
snippets.
happening.
Yeah, just so you guys can see where we're at, and also for future reference. Shout out to AJ, that's his band.
Future reference.
Yeah, okay. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.